Cyrus, he looked me in the eye like I was crazy. Yeah, crazy dreamer, that part was true. And those notions were the only real currency I knew. We were hinged in the North Country where the cold rattles your bones. But I reached my breaking point like the ice on my porch, and my daddy died early from all the work and the whiskey he had taken in. You know, so I told my brother Cyrus I didn't want to be like him. And my daddy named me Ambrose after that Bierce of a man who wrote Civil War stories first person, first hand. West towards south, had all my maps out, and I was 3 months till winter was due. You know, Cyrus was my right-hand man. He was a couple notches below, but he could outshoot me and make anything grow. On the other hand, maybe he was a smarter one, and he just let me take the lead. Cartographer by trade, and these plans that I laid we could make in maybe less than 90 days. Revisions, decisions, a case of ammunition, Pearl handle, Colt 45, hay, Springfield in the sun, a Gatling gun. We'd be lucky to make it alive. And the wind kicked up south of Toronto. Was it a ghost or a town? We'll never know. West towards south, the buttes and the plains, and I read in the daily about a future train with a dining car and smoke drifting into the sky. When I told Cyrus, he looked me right in the eye like I was crazy. West towards south, west towards south, where the river will wind up in the sea. West towards south, we'll reach our destiny underneath the redwood trees. The easterly winds blow hot, while the Sierras, they start to get cold, and there's gold and smoke, hand road, horse tenfold, and we march west towards south, towards west, towards south, towards west, towards south, towards west, towards south.
You're listening to Big Blend Radio, a happy hour show here with Nancy Reed and Lisa Smith, publishers of Big Blend Radio and TV magazine, and you just heard the title track from the newest and ninth album, West Towards South, by Jeffrey-Halford-and-The-Healers. Keep up with them at Jeffrey-Halford.com. And Jeffrey, how are you doing? Welcome.
How are you doing? Thanks for having me.
Hey, it is good to have you on the show, and this album, we're taking this on the road. We're on the road full time personally here, and we are taking this on the road with us because it's going to take us
road trip music.
It is totally every dirt side road, every tequila bar is in this album.
Well, that was the point. Yeah, so you guys are getting it. Great.
Yeah. But it feels like, I mean, definitely you got Sea of Cortez in there. I really want to play that since we're sitting like 2 blocks from the Colorado River today. To me, this is just this. It needs to be its own movie or play. Did you write it that way?
You know, my songwriting's always been pretty cinematic because I see things and visually. So. No, it was the story of 2 brothers and kind of their abstract adventures, and it could be a movie maybe, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you're right.
Exactly. I know it's there's like a little Hunter Thomas and
Hunter Thompson.
Yeah, There's just
It gets pretty. It can get weird, right? But what was I going to say? Yeah, the label guy said, "Hey, man, because we're just starting to promote it." And he was like, "Let's do volume 2." That's what he said to me, and I was like, "Well, let's hold on a minute. Let's hold on a minute on that."
Well, I'd like the whole thing. So, I mean, I want a part 2 for sure.
Yeah.
I definitely want a part 2. But I think, like, to me, this could be its own. There's like a weird feedback. I don't know if you have us on speaker and if you can take us off that. If you have us that way, we're feeding back because of it.
All right, hold on. Let me try that. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Is that better?
A little bit. Yeah, we're a lot better actually.
So you
a
either
lot
get
better.
it this way or the speaker way.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you there.
If this is better, then I think the speaker was better. This is better.
Yeah, that's better because we can hear you now. Yeah, there was a feedback happening, but to me, tell us a little bit about the beginning of you and the Healers. Have the Healers always been around with you as a band for all 9 albums?
No. But in the past, say 3 or 4 years, I've got this great little outfit, and that's been working really well. We've been playing live and touring a lot. It's just a little trio. It's pretty great. William Macbeth on bass and Adam Rossi on keyboards and drums.
So are you playing the slide? Because your slide is badass.
I do all the. I use an old National and an old Dan Electro. I like a lot of old vintage guitars and with tubes. Got to be tubes.
Oh, that's that grit. That's the grit in there because it's just even the words. So do you write a lot of poetry, or are you always writing as a song?
It sometimes you pick up the guitar and then you start writing songs. It comes naturally. But a lot of times when I'm driving, you get these great thoughts. You pull over, you lay down a page, and then maybe you try to put it to music later. It can come in all forms. Sometimes at the same time, sometimes 9 months later. This album, though, was interesting because it just flowed.
What was the spark for you? What was the catalyst that said, I'm writing about this?
No problem. The label mate wanted to do, he had some titles like West Towards South. He had a town called Slow. So he'd lay a title on me, and he'd kind of give me an idea of what he was thinking. And I was like, oh, wow, man. We're in Cahunto here because I write a lot about the Old West and or just the turn of the century stuff. And so it was kind of freeing to write off a title instead of me thinking about everything,
Kind of a challenge.
Co-writing there.
There's always got to be a co-write in there. If you don't, then you're in your own zone. You know what I mean? And co-write's always kind of taken on a different channel.
It's kind of a challenge,
and
then that kind of, when somebody challenges you, that sparks an interest, and then you really think. As if you're just thinking on your own, sometimes you're like this fish in the pond, goes round and round, and maybe this, maybe that. But if somebody goes, hey, can you do that? Now it's like,
that's it. You got that. You explained it better than I did. That's exactly what happened. I kind of stepped out of my
She's the mother of the team. She gets to.
Yeah, you know me. That's why it's good. I mean, I like Woody Guthrie a lot. I don't like Woody Guthrie.
Yeah.
About him.
Yeah.
He was commissioned a lot to.
Are you there?
This guy was.
Okay. Where'd he go?
Hello?
Jeffrey, are you there? You're there? Okay. One ringy dingy. Okay. It's cool. You're there. Jeffrey, are you there? He went away there. Let's play Deeper Than Hell.
Okay.
We'll get him back on here. Deeper Than Hell. And this is the latest single, and it's fantastic. So everyone's got to hear it. So take a listen. This is one of the best for sure.
just the water, I can feel it on my skin. You thought you had me, I took that long jump in. You can try to find me, just an empty shell. You can have my woman, she said she'd kill me first. If that day comes, I'll let her drive the hearse. Shoot my rifle in the sky and I'll clang my rusty bell. 1,000 miles deeper than hell. Well, my field's on fire, ring this rusty bell. I've got a premonition that this might not end well. If I'm knee deep in the water, they can't track my trail, and I'm 1,000 miles deeper than hell. By the stud. That bell ain't gonna ring again. Nature's quiet, sit still. You can try to find me, but it's just an empty shell. 1,000 miles deeper than hell. Yes, I pine for whiskey in a sweet Black Hills hall. I can see myself all dressed up as I walk through the door. I can hear that piano playing, Mister, play one more. Mister, play one more. Play one more.
You're listening to Big Blend Radio with Nancy and Lisa, and you just heard Deeper Than Hell, and it's the latest single off of the brand new album West Toward South by Jeffrey-Halford-and-The-Healers band, and we're going to get him back on the air here with us. Jeffrey,
I'm here.
I hope you're not in hell, or you're not deeper than there, right? Come back out.
Come on.
Come to the light. How are you doing?
Good.
Good.
Yeah. Again, thanks for playing. Thanks for your enthusiasm. I appreciate it.
Yeah, this is such a killer album. Deeper Than Hell. It's like, I don't know, this whole album I want to paint. I don't paint. Nancy's an artist, but I want to paint things. Like there's like a texture, a lot of little levels to it that just keeps building as you listen to the album. And I encourage people to listen to it from the beginning to the end because it is like this moving story, and it is a road trip. So you travel. You're saying you do a lot of travel?
Absolutely. All over, North America, and we're just about to go to Holland and Germany.
Oh, sweet.
Cool.
That's sweet.
The covers are like out in Holland and Germany. There, looks like the South.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I thought you were in the Midwest. Actually, I thought you were in the Midwest.
Looks the exact same, but it was such a. And then the back is the California fires. Where the I don't know if you saw the back, but it's got the smoke of the California fires. But yeah. I mean, that's traveling, as you know, inspires great poetry and for me anyway, I love it.
Yeah. So when you're traveling, let's talk about the road trip experience when you're traveling. Not on tour. Let's just do this like American travel. And what are you driving? And what do you listen to when you get on the road? I want the road trip experience.
Road trip music.
Yeah, the Jeffrey-Halford road trip experience.
Well, you know, interesting. Right now I'm in a Jeep, and we're on our way. I live in, Marin County, and I just drove down to Santa Cruz for a gig that we're going to do at 6:00, and it was a beautiful drive down the coast. I'll throw on K-Pig radio and listen to some good, rock and roll, blues, and that's, California's pretty great on the road trip end, and, up and down the Pacific Northwest. So usually when I'm traveling, I'm, doing shows. I don't get too much time, just me in the car, I'm usually, if I get a moment, I'll go surfing.
See, what is it? So, the Western stuff,
Dude, it's in your music. If I had to sum up,
I knew it.
No, here it goes. This is an incredible mixture of Johnny Cash, Chris Christopherson, The Ventures, and The Doors. That's your music.
Oh, yeah. Well, I grew up in L.A., The Doors, that's a fantastic band. That stuff's in my blood. Morrison and his poetry. Come on.
American Prayer.
I like rock and roll a lot. So I like Howlin' Wolf. I like the Doors. You listen to the Doors and then you go back to Howlin' Wolf. You listen to the Stones and you're going to go back to You know what I mean? You go.
Muddy.
Finding. Chuck Berry, Muddy Waters and stuff. There's that song Willa Jean has got a little bit of a Chuck Berry influence on it,
Yeah, that's a Willie. I love that because it was just like, okay, I call that a wiggy butt song because you're gonna shake it, and Willa Jean is awesome. I love that.
I love
that. Yeah, it's got that in there. It's like, you got that little twist in there because this could be like I want Dennis Hopper to be in this movie that this album will create. Okay, I want Dennis Hopper in there. David Lynch needs to be involved. I just believe that. And you could even bring Tarantino in there, right? Tarantino and Lynch get together and make a movie off of your album. Just saying.
Those are good. Those are good ideas. I think when I was about 22, or Paris, Texas came out. So did you see that movie, Paris, Texas?
No.
No.
Well, if you get a chance, you'll love that. If you like that cinematography, it was who's in that? I think it's Harry Dean Stanton, and Ry Cooder does the music.
Ry Cooder's my favorite, man.
Yeah, and it's just real. It's a really. So, anyways, I always liked kind of. I'm a character-driven writer. I like people. I'm always tripping out on weird people, and I guess a good songwriter's a little bit of a psychologist, right? I don't want to solve anybody's problems. But I do like to analyze behavior.
People watcher. People watcher. Yeah. That's the way to go. You watch people.
And the two brothers.
Ambrose and Cyrus. Yeah. Tell us about them.
Yeah, just kind of, they're the two brothers. You probably got a brother or sister or something, and just the interaction between the two. I've got a couple kids too, and watching them interact. I always think it's very interesting. Loyal or not loyal, or one's trying to be too much like the other, or one's jealous, or there's a lot of different scenarios. And these brothers, the woman gets involved, and
it all goes downhill from there.
But
and then you land in a town called Slow.
Exactly. Yeah, so there's kind of that element of craziness, which is very important.
So where did this all start for you musically? Was it something as a kid, or did it start with writing, songwriting?
Yeah, we were in a group in Berkeley, and we were playing a lot of like Eddie Cochran, Chuck Berry, stuff like that, playing like fraternity parties, and then, after you do that for a while, you're like, all the music I ever liked. I kind of grew up with Neil Young or some of those types, and you just I was surrounded with great songwriting,
from the get-go. Through the early 70s, and then the punk era hit, and it's just, it's all about good song. And then if you find out you're in a band, the only way you're ever going to have any sort of a vocation with music is if you can write decent songs, I thought.
Yeah, that's true.
And then my mom was really into poetry, and so music was just always kind of like a something that came pretty easy to me, and I really enjoyed it. So it was an easy road to go down.
And because your writing is like, that's what I'm saying. It brings images to your head immediately. You're in a scene, and you feel it. And that's what I was saying. Like, this is something for me as we travel and we drive everywhere, and you're on the road sometimes for way many hours, and you should be driving, but don't tell the cops. You're going to need music like yours to get you through, because now you're on this other journey, especially at night. You're like, okay, I can't see anything. I need to have like this trip go on in this way. And I think when you have a good musician and good lyrics, and the music, because it's so,
it makes things
like,
come alive.
It's simply good, and I mean simply good in that it's not this cluttered sound. And yet I know how much goes into not having that cluttered sound. I know how hard that is, but it's like you're hearing so much goodness, but it's not cluttered, and you're in it. You can just feel it. And that, to me, is just perfect.
Well, a lot of the I'm sure you talk to a lot of great musicians. You just realize that less is more. The best thing is less is more. And so a lot of that stuff was just, like Sea of Cortez, Ballad of Ambrose and Cyrus. Those are just like really simple. Record it, put a few things on it, it's done. Those were the less rock and roll songs. They're more folk, like the Christopherson thing, like you're saying, right? More of a, kind of a intense story, but there's different types of songs. There's those songs, less is more, where you get a song like Town Called Slow. There's a lot of stuff in there, but it worked. It's hit or miss when you put a bunch of instruments in music. It's hit or miss. But my keyboard guy, who's also a producer and stuff, he's really good. It's a collaborative issue. I got my writing partner, label mate, kicking me, inspiring me to write this material, and then I've got, the producer on the other side making it sound really good. So it kind of is. I was stuck inside this sandwich of creative joy.
Oh, man, that's sweet. I do have to ask you about Nicasio. That's where you had your CD release party, and I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it correctly.
Yeah, you
but
got
when
it.
We were
That's right, Nicasio.
I got lost out there tons of times, and I had the most happiest, highest time of my life in Point Reyes. Anyway, that whole area.
Good. Yeah. That's where Nicasio is, right there. It's an old ranch.
Yeah,
Did you go
we
to
were
Rancho?
driving. Yeah, and then a friend of mine, Chris, he's out there. He runs the bread trek route of Marin County and Sonoma County, and he's like, no, you got to go this route, go there, and this. If you go this road, you're going to go through like the George Lucas Highway or whatever, and we ended up through all these redwoods, and it was magical. And then all of a sudden these green pastures, and he was like, you got to go to Nicasio because this is just like one of these crazy cool towns. Like Bolinas is crazy, right?
Yeah.
But like he's like, you never know. All of a sudden Santana will come out and play and stuff like that. So tell us about. I haven't talked to anybody who's played there, so I'm dying to know what is going on with that place.
Well, the two, Angela Straley, who was a Texas blues singer, married Bob Brown, who managed Huey Lewis and Pablo Cruz. They bought that joint. And so they started putting on killer music. They had backyard barbecues. I play in the bar a lot, just because I do. I'll get 100, 120. Like I got about 100, 120 people in there, and it's just perfect. You got to get the big room. You got to get about 300 or more, and so but I like all the I like all the crazy hunting, and there's a piano in there. It's really cool. The room that I play in, it's got more soul.
So yeah, man, there's all sorts of people coming in and out of there. You don't know who they're going to be, you know.
I want to go in there. I
California.
got in there. I just remember we'd drive through this, and it's this magical area, and the whole area is just. I would be riding all day if I was out there. I'd be just like,
that's right.
This is.
Yeah.
It's you got a cool.
Well, you said what's my driving experience? That's my driving experience. You got it. You've
Okay,
taken the
cool.
route. That's what I do.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, those redwood forests, man, they're incredible.
Yeah.
You know, and
it's crazy.
And then you got the coastal areas. It's we're real lucky to live up there, and there are a lot of musicians settled up in there. I mean, I saw one of the Coen brothers in there recently.
No way.
No shit, and because they moved out there, and then also we were playing there one night, and then a guy walked up. He wanted to look at my guitars, and it was that guitar player from David Bowie's guy, Ballou, Adrian Ballou. No, I mean it's ridiculous. Who else is in there?
That's exactly what Chris was telling me. He was like, dude, this is one of those crazy places, and everyone's laid back, and it's not uppity.
Yeah. So good score on that. You got a good friend there. He told you the right places.
Yeah, he made me learn country music when we got to this country. He was like, you will sit down, you will shut up, and you will put headphones on, and you will listen. I will bring you drinks, and you will sit and listen. And he made me lie on the floor to feel the vibrations in the wood while I listened. And he taught me country music. He's the coolest dude. He's a great friend, and every time we see him, he's like, he still makes mixed tapes, right? So I want to know, like, if you were going to go on a road trip across country and you're going to go into Civil War territory, because you got to go with this, right? You're going to go in Civil War territory in the South.
The band.
Who would you take in the car
Staple
with you?
Singers in the band.
Ah, yes, dude. Oh my God, yes. I can't
Those
even.
two.
That's it. The Last Waltz.
Right there.
Dude. Yeah,
awesome.
Mavis. Ooh.
Yeah, Mavis, but also Levon,
Okay. They're all, the whole family, even
they
the dad, dude. Come on. They're like,
oh, you're talking
they're
about
angels.
the Staple Singers, right?
Yeah,
they're my favorite gospel group. But I'm talking about, the band with Levon Helm.
The band.
Yeah. They wrote some killer Civil
Ronnie
War
Hawkins.
stuff,
Exactly.
Yeah,
Do you listen to Robbie Robertson stuff? His like Native American music, and oh my God, just him on his own stuff is a trip too.
Is that good?
He's good. It's really good.
I've always been a fan.
He's the man. Now listen, we got to play Spontaneous. Did they give you heads up about playing Spontaneous?
No, what's that?
Okay, it's a song game. It's a board game to get people from like disengaging from technology. And you play, it's all about music. So I'm going to give you a word, and then you sing the lyrics. You sing or say it, whatever, but you sing. So 5 words from, just the lyrics of a song that have that in there. So like I say to Nancy, I'm going to give you one, Nancy.
Oh, not again.
Okay. Okay. Let me see. Your word will be blue.
Blue. Oh, my gosh. Why am I drawing a blank with blue?
There's something with shoes.
Blue suede shoes.
Oh, you got to sing a
Don't
song.
Don't step
with
on
it,
my blue
suede shoes.
And I was going to sing it in Afrikaans.
I know, that's it.
Blauwveld schooners.
Blauwveld schooners, yeah. But anyway, so I give you a word, and then you sing the lyric within there. So are you down? Jeffrey, you can do this.
I'll give it a shot. All right, I know I can, man.
I know. Okay, let's just see. Okay, no, because I'm getting all tripped out now. I'm like going in the band vault, and I'm like, that's crazy. Just don't even think about anything. Okay, your word is road.
And
now I'm going to bring a clock.
Out there, there's so many roads. I'm going to find out where they go. I'm going to find out where they go.
See? That sounds very nice.
Yeah, that's better than what I did.
You win. You didn't get butt panned. We didn't butt pan you because you did very nice. That was very nice. That was very nice. We're going to play Sea of Cortez because I know you got a gig.
Thank you.
We love that
song. Yeah, it was really nice meeting you, ladies. If you're out that way, this way again, give me a holler. we'll go and have a beer at Nicasio or whatever, you know?
Yeah, we got to go to Nicasio, man, for sure.
Isn't that where we saw the elk walking on the beach?
That's Oric. That's Oric.
Oh.
Where do you guys live? You're just cruising around.
We don't.
We don't live anywhere.
We're homeless officially. No, we travel full time. We just left Tucson 2 weeks ago. We're in Yuma, Arizona today. That's why I want to play Sea of Cortez.
All that
sing
Americana out there.
Yeah. No, we're on a tour called Love Your Parks Tour, and we document parks across the country. That's another magazine separate from the one you're going in. That's Big Blend Radio and TV magazine. This is Parks and Travel magazine, and so we travel the country. Our whole thing is to document as many parks as possible so people know and protect history, protect nature, and all those spaces.
Get outside.
Yeah. And
That's
road
great.
trip, man.
That's great.
And so when we come out, we'll go to Nicasio, we'll go to Point Reyes, have some cheese and wine and beer or whatever. Yeah.
With those
vultures
we
Sounds
saw
good.
last time.
Hey, thanks so much for your support there. Much appreciated.
Awesome. Awesome music. We love it. Thank you. Have a great gig tonight and break a leg. And here it is, everyone. Sea of Cortez.
Cool.
This is a song, again, we have to play it because, the Colorado River takes us all the way from the Rocky Mountains down to Mexico to the Sea of Cortez. So
exactly.
Here it is, A Sea of Cortez. Go get the album West Towards South. Jeffrey-Halford.com is the place to go. It's out digitally now, and it will be out in hard copy in a few days. Not so far away. By the 19th, you'll be able to get the CD itself.
And then it's coming out on vinyl in May.
Yeah.
Oh,
sweet.
Right. Cool.
Sweet. When's that happening? 19th or?
That's happening, I think, like May 10th. I'm trying to get the date from it, but it sounds like about when we go to Europe, May 15th. They're gonna give us some copies, so we'll be able to sell them over there. But one thing that was really cool about the vinyl that's coming up is it has like liner notes on the back, which I thought was cool, kind of like one of those old albums.
Oh
cool.
man, I love that. I love that we the vinyl's coming back. Thank you, because it's so important. And so May 21st is when you hit the European market, and that's awesome. I know a lot of our listeners and readers are over in Europe, so Netherlands, Germany, that's where you're going.
Well, again, thanks so much. I got to roll, but it's been great talking to you.
All right, have a good time. Here it is, everyone.
Right.
We're going to play Sea of Cortez. Take care.
Thank you.
I know a place where we can go. The saddlebags are filled with gold, and we'll ride, and the sun will always shine. I take the Colorado River down. I find a place where we can't be found. And baby, I've dived for pearls. There is no other girl, but down by the Sea of Cortez, down by the Sea of Cortez. Got a notion I can't explain. I've never been here, but I feel, well, like I'm home again. I watch the sunrise as we wake. I pick a wave and watch it break, watch it roll. Oh girl, I love you so. Down